Welcome to Pario Magazine, where I chat with individuals who have a desire to create. Today, I'm joined by a beloved singer songwriter who is often described as the nicest guy in Aussie music. In fact, he's so nice, he might just come to your house to play a private show. Welcome to Pario Magazine, Pete Murray.
Hi, how you going? That's a nice, lovely intro.
My pleasure. So, we're here today to chat about a few things. Firstly, the new single, Wouldn't It Be Good? The accompanying national tour, and then lastly, the Play at Your Place competition.
Yep.
Before we dive into those things, do you want to give our audience a little intro as to who Pete is away from music?
Yeah, well, I love being outdoors. I love being active and fit and healthy. So I like to surf. Haven't surfed that much in the last few years because I've just had two young girls recently. So, well, 6 and 3 they are now. So it's kept me out of the water a bit. But my eldest boys surf, and I'm getting in with them a little bit now, and just getting to the point where I can get back in and start surfing again. So I like going to the gym, and just like I said, love being outdoors and keeping healthy and fit. And love doing music. I feel I'm very blessed to be having a career in music, and it's the best way to earn a living, traveling around and playing with your mates and having a great time.
Awesome. So, first and foremost, the new single, Wouldn't It Be Good? What was the inspiration behind that song?
Well, essentially it's a song about peace, I guess, looking at the times that we're in at the moment, and how these things continue to happen is just blows me away. Lots of stuff that's happening overseas around the world, even here. That just the how people treat each other. I think so. It's just a song about looking at what we're doing and where we're going, and let's stop that. Let's make a change, and get ourselves back to being respectful and looking after each other.
Yeah, I was listening to the song and I thought that message of wouldn't it be nice if we were just a little bit nicer to each other and make the world a much better place couldn't come at a better time.
Well, look, I mean, look, there's wars overseas, but it's also just even on a small scale stuff. Even I guess road rage and things like that, where people just like are so in their own space and think that they're right, they have right away all the time. It's like just stop, don't be so angry, and just chill, let the person in, and it just stop it. You don't need to be this way, but everyone's so sort of caught up and with so much anger these days, and I don't know what it is, or you know, um, just got to take a chill pill and take it easy and learn to sort of love each other a bit more.
Mhm. I understand you weren't always super confident in this song during the creative process. Are you now glad that you stuck through it and persevered with the song?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it's funny. I think I liked the song, and I just wasn't sure whether other people were so much, and that took a bit of my confidence away because it was just early days of demoing. The songs never really sound the way that it should in the final chapter, I guess. So when I was playing it to a couple of people at first, it wasn't really sort of going down too well, and I thought, oh, okay, maybe it's the song, maybe it's not good enough. And then I got into the studio with my nephew, Dylan Katnack, he's an artist as well, goes by the name of Katnack. And we put this together. I just said, "It's a great little song. Let's put this together." So Dylan had some great ideas. Put some percussion in there for me, and did some nice little guitar parts, and just the rhythm of the acoustic was great for this. So we put that together, and even though it was rough in a demo, it just had this really nice vibe that I knew there was some potential here. And I still played it to a couple of people, and they weren't really getting it at first. But it wasn't too long before once with Luke Palmer was the guy I went and worked with at the studio. And Luke, at first he wasn't sort of getting it either, but then once we got in with Luke and he put a bass line down, and he's an amazing musician, put the bass line down, and then suddenly the whole song just sort of fell into place with the rhythm, the acoustic, and the bass line and the percussion that we had going on. It just fell into place, and then putting the lyrics down was great. And then Luke was like, I was sort of saying, oh look, maybe this is a song. I'll keep it for the next album. I don't know if it's going to fit on this one. And he's like, no way, man. This is great. This is one of my faves. You should put it on. So we just kept going with it, and then here we are today. It's the first single. It's funny how things go that way.
Is that the first time you've sort of had that experience where it took a little while for everybody to get on the same page with the song?
Yeah, to this level, I think it was the first one that was well, being a single, like being the first single contender. All the other times there's been a song where pretty much everyone's agrees and has gotten it straight away, but this is the first time that's kind of happened. And but once again, I think having that final product, people hearing that for the first time as the final product, there was never any doubt in their mind that that was the first single. So I think it's just the early process of the demo stage.
Okay. And then listening to the song myself, it's unmistakably one of your songs, but it also sounds fresh. What do you put that down to?
Uh, Look, I'm always trying to kind of keep things fresh and uh, so that it's not the same. I'm not doing the same old, same old. I think definitely there's the rhythm on this is very rhythmic on the acoustic, and I do like my kind of groove stuff, which is nice. But it's got a really nice flavour, and I think also just the really sort of getting into the lyrical content of this a little bit more is a little bit different to what I've done before. I think so. That's what gives it a bit of freshness for me, anyway. A few people have said that it reminds them of straight away. It's like John Lennon, where his song "Imagine," I guess, sings about peace and for the world to sort of love itself and to stop all the madness that's happening. So, which is really nice to have, the name John Lennon come up as something on one of your songs. I think that sort of keeps it all pretty fresh. And it's like I said, I'm always trying to do that. Otherwise, you're going to sort of sound stale. You don't want to sound stale.
Yep. And I imagine that sort of led to a bit of excitement leading into this extensive national tour, which begins on December 20th and runs through until January 12th. How are you feeling ahead of the tour?
Can't wait. I love being on the road. I love playing live. I have an amazing band, and everyone that sees the band says the same thing. It just blows them away all the time. Especially when some people think, some people don't or aren't aware of some of the catalogue. They might be aware of songs like "So Beautiful" and "Opportunity," and they're sort of a bit more mellow. So, the band's pretty dynamic and very exciting live. So it's good to be out playing. But also, this song is a very summer song. It has a great summer groove, and it's uplifting. So it's a great song to take on the road for the summer holidays, and of course, going across the holiday period here. So this is going to be, the holiday period. Everyone's in a good mood, and I think they're going to love having a fresh new single like that out there with a lot of the old songs that's in my catalogue.
Are you taking the surfboard along on the tour as well? Hopefully get a few spots in?
I would love to, but you never get time. It's always up the next morning early, have breakfast, and you're driving or you're catching a flight somewhere. So there's never enough time to really try and get a surf in, unless you have it pre-planned and you've got some friends that live in that area, and you can go and the board's ready, it's all waxed up, you just slip into your togs and you're out there. But there's sound check. There's just so many factors that sort of go against a having that time to sort of get a surf in.
And you mentioned with this tour, it's gonna be a bit of everything. Is it mainly sort of built around this? Wouldn't it be good as the core element of it and that album, or is it the whole catalog?
Well, it'll be the whole catalogue for sure. I mean, I've got to play a lot of those old songs. People want to hear those now, and there's some classics, and they love singing along to them, and I love getting them to sing along to it as well. But definitely, for me, the new single will be played, and probably a couple other new songs as well. I think, as it's just a fresh feel of what the new songs are as well. So there may be another single out before the tour starts as well. We're just kind of working that out. But it's for me, it's exciting to have this new album, and I think that everyone that's heard it so far has been really excited about it and how it feels, and so for me, it's kind of it feels like there's a lot of great songs on there, and for me, I think there'll be a lot of people that love my music, which will really, and maybe have switched off it for a while, and hopefully we'll get them back in on these songs, because it feels like it's back to the early days of that roots music that I was writing on the acoustic guitar.
Okay. Yeah, I'm particularly looking forward to the show in Wollongong at Waves. That's our local venue, so that'll be exciting
Mhm.
to see you come down this way.
Great spot. I've played many great shows in at Waves. The crowd there's so much fun. You know, there's a few larrikins in the crowd. I don't know what it is. It's just like Wollongong has. They have a fun time. Everyone likes to have a good time there. So every gig I've done there has been amazing, and I'm really looking forward to getting back and playing that gig again.
How have you seen your audience evolve over the years? Is it sort of getting older, but then there's still new people coming in?
Oh yeah, look, you know what? It's you're kind of seeing almost families coming along from even young kids. If it's an underage gig that I do, there's young kids that are singing along, and their older siblings, their parents, and their grandparents. Like that's the age group is from. I think the youngest kids I've seen are those little 4 or 5 year old, I think, in the crowd at the last City show I did. And then you got people in their 60s and 70s, you know, that still love it, and they're right at the front too. They're not scared of the loud music at all. So you know, it's just that's the demographic that's it's everyone now. And I think the younger kids in their say 20s and late teens that are sort of getting to hear about my music through their parents or through their older siblings, they're starting to come to the shows now, and they know. It's funny, they know all the new songs better than the old folks, I guess. But and still love the old ones as well. But the oldies stick to the older songs, I think. But it's kind of like it's just a good fun vibe, and we have a lot of fun at the show. And like I said, I do my best to try and make sure that everyone has a great time, and that feels like they're part of the show and they're singing along, and that's what you want. So they can walk away as though they've been part of the show and not just sort of watching it.
Okay. So then the last thing I wanted to chat to you about is the unique play at your place competition. How did you come up with that concept?
Well, it's not unique actually. I've done it before. I did it in the really early days when things were going nuts for me, and around the time of the Feeler album, and we did these shows where you'd give people the opportunity to win the comp, and you go and play in their backyard. So it's a lot of fun because they invite their friends over, and it's just a great afternoon that they get together. If they win it, you go and play, a bunch of songs, and of course they're throwing all sorts of songs at you to play. So, and it's just that intimate moment that you got with those guys in their backyard, where I guess I'm playing for them, and they get to have that afternoon with me and get to choose the songs, and so it's a great fun thing.
Is it just as thrilling an experience for you as it might be for the lucky winner as well?
Yeah, I like doing that because it's really it's not what many people do. So I think to go, you can see the excitement obviously they're big fans that win this comp. So you can see the excitement that they have in meeting you, but not only meeting you, but having you play in their backyard, and I guess asking you to play whatever songs that they want to hear, and I think that's what the special thing about it is that they've got you for that time to share with their friends, and to have that special moment.
Awesome. So finally, where is the best place for people to support you and track your creative journey moving forward?
Well, probably all the firstly, probably if you join my mailing list is the best thing. So go in the competition first to win that. Then you'll keep up to date with what I've got on for new releases, shows, and you'll get first choice of coming to shows as well. You get to know about everything first before everyone else does. But then just you can also just stream the music these days. It's about streaming and playing the songs and enjoying them.
Awesome. So yeah, tickets and entries into the Play at Your Place competition are at petemurray.com. And thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me, and good luck with the tour and good luck with the competition and all the new music.
Thanks, mate. Yep, nice talking to you as well.